is the fourth. The red and white trunks of Richard Williams, the nice guy. He used to give meals out to the elderly from Stockwell against Sergio Martinez for the second time in the silvery, shiny trunks and red boots. Based in Madrid now.
All right, I got it.
Calls himself Maquia. Marvellous. At the moment, it's been well, pretty marvellous every time he's come over here for him.
Well, Williams getting a bit closer with that shot, but it's those sickening straight punches that are the Barnaby starting to take a little bit out of Williams.
Trying to move the upper body now. Williams really established that jab yet. Surely you can't afford to be giving some of these rounds away. Leaves you so much to do later on, doesn't it?
Well, you can't afford it, but you can't help it either. He's just been outboxed.
For a long time, arguably, our best light middleweight. Never get to see the matches with Wayne Alexander and Takalu, Steve Roberts. They kept them apart. All started to have weaknesses, losses coming into their careers. 11 stone division troubled here of late. Look at this from Martinez.
It's very, very good. Normally the Argentinian boxers walk forward strong, you know, wide swinging, wild bull types, but not this fellow. This fellow is cute, smart, very sharp.
His connections believe he's as good as the WBO champion Daniel Santos, if not better. And they'd love a crack at Ronald Winky Wright, who of course unified the belt so brilliantly against Shane Mosley recently.
I think his move to Spain suits him more because he's more like the matador, isn't he, than the wild bull.
Again, peppering Williams. Those long arms has the reach advantage. And he has the added speed too. Full body shot as well. Went in. And an uppercut. Surely 4 out of 4 for Sergio Martinez. And look how pumped up he is. Another great Sergio Martinez, sort of 9th. How would he fare with those above him?
Well, I think the way he's boxing now, he's certainly a good top world-class fighter, and you know, they're fights that he can look forward to, isn't there? What a division to be in.
And how about this from the 4th round? Look at that headshot, Richard Williams, 0. That's very, very worrying.
Yep, a little wink in the corner from Williams, but he's got a lot to do.
Disastrous start here for Richard Williams, hoping to exact revenge on Sergio Martinez, but at the moment finding him too cute, too slick, too difficult to pin down. Can he just land a couple of big punches? Has stopped 15 in his 18 victories, Williams. Can bang, but he's got to land.
Hands outside the ring, coach. Hands outside.
He's trying.
But how can he cut the distance off? How can he get in without getting hit with these sharp punches? That's what he's asking himself.
Again, looking for that right, but Martinez so quickly away. Another wink to the corner from the Argentinian. Loves his boxing.
That's just a measure of his confidence.
Again, a body shot from the right hand of Martinez. Fairly systematic at the moment, this. nothing has gone right.
And he's got to be running out of confidence when getting caught with left hands like that, Williams.
Such a great guy out of the ring, Richard Williams. Has so much else to offer in life. Coming up to 33. How much will he really want it in there? I know he's desperate to reclaim this belt. He's had his difficulties with his career, and he's got big problems in the ring tonight.
Well, it's all just draining out of Williams. He's not putting the pressure on like he was, and getting something of a beating in there systematically.
Watch your head. Step back. Right.
Energy sapping too, one would feel. Oh, class from Martinez. The accuracy is there. He's really a man on form, and Richard Williams is getting nothing off. Oh, and this is getting so very, very hard.
Well, I can see Martinez forcing the stoppage the way this is going.
Adrian Stone was so brave and gallant against Martinez, but he took a one-sided battering too and got stopped in the final round. Will Williams even get there? Doesn't look like it at the moment.
You can't make go down to the body, to the right, left hook and come up to the
Needs it to move more. What advice would you give him? Anything at this stage?
Well, he was telling them there the shot that he wants them to throw, but he just needs to get in there with anything. The big thing is to try and pump him up, because he's just running out of ambition, I feel, in there, Williams.
Used to be trained by James Cook, who's also ringside here tonight, and was telling us earlier he thinks it's a very, very hard ask to go in with Martinez again. That's what it's proving in reality. Williams has no excuses. He's done everything right this time. Last time the fight was pulled forward a week, and that gave him a problem. This time he said he's 100%.
He's just got no answer for the southpaw jab. Just can't get out of the way of it, can't find anything to negate it with or get his own jab working. And that's the problem. He's just dominating behind that punch.
Looks so calm and composed, Martinez. Such a tricky style to fight. He was disgusted when he got stopped by Margarito in Las Vegas. But ever since, everything's gone right. Argentina, Spain, and over here, maybe he can get a fight with the very best back in Las Vegas again.
Williams has got to start throwing punches. He's got to start getting close enough to land these shots.
All right, stop. Break.
The jab looks like it's just having no effect. He's half-heartedly throwing those rights now. Again gets caught when he gets close enough. And there's a dispirited look, isn't there, on his face now.
There certainly is. Very, very much so. And you can't blame him, really.
Now, there is no disgrace in losing to a man of Martinez's caliber. Maybe they just had to take the chance, take the opportunity.
Well, Williams knows he can hurt Martinez. He's got to start letting some shots go. He's got to get close enough. That's the only chance he's got, really. Get a big one on. Martinez, confident character, might just get a bit cocky and make a mistake.
He recovered from those knockdowns, though, in Manchester. Martinez cooled his head. got that. Blood from the nose too for Richard Williams.
Richard, how you doing?
Look at that. 4-1 almost, over 100 Martinez landed, and the referee, Patrick Russell, just went to the Williams corner. Say, are you okay?
It's not a timing when your country is not there, so you got to know him hand and get closer and put the bullseye in, but you got to move that head.
You pick him up on the way in here,
Show the right to the body. Show the right to the arm time.
Well, he knows it's all going wrong. He's asking, what have I got to do? What have I got to do? Because he is really just out of ideas. And that's so tough to come from that place and get yourself back in this fight. Never mind win it.
Can he do anything differently? Second half, IBO light middleweight title on the line. Remember the challenger this time around, Richard Williams. Having a nightmare, really, almost an even harder night. Some people say rematches the second time round are just more convincing and the same result. And so far, that's proving true here.
Well, a little bit of success there for Williams. Some body shots on the right hand.
Yep, landed a couple of meteor-looking blows. Just stop Martinez in his tracks momentarily. Will that give him some belief and self-assurance?
Well, that might just lift Williams a little bit. Success to the body came first, so that might be a key.
Martinez backpedaling on his fight. Did he feel one or two of those? Expression on his face suggests yes. There's the right hand again.
Such a good jab, getting him out of trouble there.
I got it. Stop. Break.
Flicks that out with speed. Sergio Martinez. This is better from Williams. He's closing the space down. He's managing to get one or two off. Look at his legs there.
He's got to hope that Martinez might start to tire, and it'll be easier for him to get close. And then when he does get close, he's got to really work. Starting to look a little heavy-legged, though himself, Williams.
All right, stop.
Yeah, the legs just freezing up a bit for Richard Williams.
Stop punching. Watch it.
Fluency starting to go. He just pulls back on those ropes. There was a real burst to try and get him back in, but Martinez recovers and starts to take control again.
All right, watch it. The back. Break. Come on.
Looks weary all of a sudden, Richard Williams.
Well, I think the tiredness comes from his lack of success, punching air, missing so much and constantly getting caught.
Tries the right hand, but walks heavy leg back to the corner. All very relaxed with Sergio Martinez and Ricardo Atocha. Pablo Sarmiento also in there, just with the water. The IBO light welterweight champion, who's come and beaten a few of our boys as well. We welcome them back. They're good to watch.
But they don't seem to learn the lesson. They kept bringing them back, don't they?
How good do you think he is?
I think he's very good. He's shown an awful lot of class.
Yeah.
He looks up with the top boy. Certainly looks worthy of fighting.
Yeah. Look at that. The Martinez southpaw jab. Almost 5 times as many, and that's normally one of Richard Williams' key punches.
No, I know. But Martinez has took that jab away from him because he's got a better one.